Today we're playing Collusion Devotion, one of my more favorite decks, let's say. And what we'll do here is we'll go through the deck real quick and get into games just like usual. So we're playing Pirates Cove in this one. I debated not playing Pirates Cove and trying out some tributes with the buff Morios, but we'll try them out with something else, I think. I think the Pirates Cove is too good to combo with things like the, well, mostly just pulling the strings. So we're going to go with Pirates Cove still. We have Tiger's Eye for our early coins. We have Madame Serenity. I think she's a really strong first play in this deck. I do prefer, I think, non-devotion. Well, I used to prefer non-devotion Collusion because of the more consistent way to get access to Madame. So we're going to be trying out the bank buff here. Went to 9 provisions along with some other changes that make this deck a lot better. So we're trying out that bank buff. It makes her a little less consistent. Royal Decree is an alternative here, right? You can go with Royal Decree and stuff, but we are playing Devotion in this one, so we can't actually do that. Just playing the bank. So we tried out a lot of non-devotion collusion. I don't know what I just said, but we'll try out this one today. So we have her. We have Count Reuven Mastermind. This will always be one of my favorite cards, just because we got to reveal it. And playing Collusion, the fact that it goes to the Collusion deck, which is always one of my favorites, really like it. He is an expensive card, but the amount of tempo you can get just from playing him with his Collusion, it's so much. Really want to finish with him. Don't want to have to play him early. That's why Madame Serenity should help with the early rounds, and we finish with him. We are still playing King of Beggars. I got a 1 provision nerf a couple patches ago, and still really good. Just refunding your coins is super strong for early tempo. Really nice. And we mostly get our coins back from Serenity early. We can spend those on stuff like our engines, like birds, and then end up in a good position. We are still playing Novigrad. It's very, very strong. Drains a ton of coins for you. Makes a gang category. Lets you pick another gang. This is great to have out before you play Collusion because you can pick a gang you're missing. Then we have Junior for removal since we are playing the Devotion version right here. If you want to play non-Devotion, we'll talk about at the end, but he's still good for removal. We have the bank we talked a little bit about. Good consistency. We've got the Collusion. Want to play it off of the Count Reuven. Well, you know he's not a count, but whatever. And we have Conjurer's Candle, gained a provision, or sorry, lost a provision, so deck gained a provision. And that's really nice. We have a provision gained here for the deck, provision here, so that's 2. It's quite nice. So Candle at 7, it's still good. You still play it. We have the Pulling the Strings. These are the cards you really want to play. These have the highest ceiling for what they can do out of almost anything in the deck, I think. If you can get up to 6 gangs, you can seize a 6. That's super strong. You can seize annoying cards, seize problem cards. Just seize for value. If you don't have anything to out, play for profit. Pretty flexible. The 2 Bloody Good Friends we're playing, they have double gang tags, which is really strong, and they're hard to remove, so usually they hang out, which is always good. That's what you want with this kind of deck. Then we have the 2 Chorus Blacksmiths. We're only playing these. Well, I used to play. Let's see. I used to play, I think, just one. I used to play one of these guys. I just hit my foot on something. Sorry about that. So yeah, I used to play one of these sometimes just as a tech. It gained a power, which makes it harder to remove, and it's a fee spender. So if something like your Candle, you play Candle early, maybe you can use this round 2, round 3 to spend coins. It's pretty nice. We're going to try this one out. I think it'll be a little bit useful. Normally I'd play a Salamander Mage for one of these, the 5 provision one. Whatever it's called. Yeah, Salamander Mage. Usually play one of these, probably go back to playing one on one of these, but we're going to try out 2 just because this is a new change. Then we have the Little Birds. Great engines if you have stuff out. 2, you get like 6 for 2 off of this sometimes. The enemies will probably kill them. So usually you only get like one use of each one. But if they do live, you can do a lot of engine value with these. We have the 1 Seductress and 2 Peaches for our Madame Serenity. I think that's the usual number I like playing. The 2 Vendors, they got their power backs and their buff for this deck. And it's just nice to have that power back. Just they make whatever you want. Really useful. Get your coins off of things like the King of Beggars. You can make whatever crimes you need. We're playing 2 Sewer Raiders for consistency. There's some thinning. And it's nice they're Tide Cloaks because it means you don't need to use a leader to get a Tide Cloak. They're the only Tide Cloaks you really play. So not needing to leader to get a Tide Cloak is kind of helpful for round 1. You can save those leaders for later. You still might need to get a spender, but it is what it is. At the Peaches and the 2 Mutants Makers. Again, double gang, and they get profit. Not a high rule priority, but people who know how to play against your deck, go play against your deck if you don't want to get stuff stolen with pulling strings will often kill these because they're only 4s. So that is the deck. Pretty fun deck. I always like playing this one. And we'll see how it goes today. It should be pretty good, especially after I got some of its cards buffed here. Looks like we're facing Onslaught here.
Oh, I sense trouble.
That usually means pirates, and I don't see why that would be different this time. Really nice to open with Novigrad. One thing I do want to mention with this deck is you can have some pretty awkward opening hands. We don't have one here. Let's see, we have double gangs here. We don't have a Mutant's Maker, which is something we would like. And Madam of Serenity, so we should redraw one of these cards. We'll go back one of these. That's what I'm talking about. You can have some pretty awkward hands. You can open with this. You can open with the Peaches, or with the 2 Peaches or a Seductress. You can open with not Mutant's Maker and not enough Profit. So you're playing Golden Necker Pirates here. That's not ideal to have a, well, it's not ideal to have a hand like this here. This hand's one of the worst ones we could get. We'll still open with this. Look at carryover, get us coins. Let's see how that goes. Let's got those guys out. We're just gonna not win this round, so we're just gonna play like Sewer Raiders and then call it a day. So we can't really spend any coins here while we have the King of Beggars in our hand. I think the next card we'll just discard. I think we'll play the Pulling the Strings. It gives us coins for carryover. It is one of our better cards though, so we don't really like wasting it. Could be good later. But playing a card here just gives him more armor in his hands. We don't want to play something. We definitely don't want to be playing something. Question is, do we discard or play the spell? Not spell, the special. I think we do play this. Maybe he'll think it's a mistake. Now here's our pass. You're definitely going back. We'd like to put you back, but as long as we don't have Count Reuven, or Sigi Reuven, I should say, Mr. Mastermind will keep you. I think it's right to keep him in that case. We don't have yet, because we could get pushed for 2-0 with the Golden Necker. These are okay. This isn't really good without the Madam. Got another one. How much is left on the Supremacy? 8. Okay. So we can't remove him, which means we're going to have a lot of issues. A lot of issues. That being said, there's no reason not to use Novigrad. Let's see, we could go with Blacksmith. If we give him Bounty, I don't think there's a way to kill him. Also, we bank into Junior, so that could be worth, the bounty could be worth something. We could also get a poison off of something else. I think this is worth it. It's going to get killed off by the Order. Let's put out a couple bleeding on it. It's going to get killed off by the, not Order, the passive of Croc. There's nothing we can do about that. At least while the bounty out, we can probably make use of that. That's a 1. Easy enough just to do this. You definitely want to do. Go with the Mutants Makers. It sets up a some pretty good little birds, which we'll have to use here, I think. There's Black Hand. So now our little birds aren't as good. We knew that would happen, though. We can play the bird. We could try and play one here to try and boost our Mutants Maker to save some coin. Like, save some units on board. I think that's worth doing. So let's do this. We want to do Blind Eye here, I believe. Now we have a perfect bank set up too. Great, because we're at 5 coins. He's gonna leader us here, I think. Probably just kill off the little bird. That's not the leader, he can just do the croc thing. That's fine. We can just play around this row in this case, which is always good. Let's do the blacksmith here. We'll not do the junior right now because I won't have a fee card out when the junior goes off. Should have done one more leader thing there. Leader, forgot we're getting coin from Novigrad. Okay, well that helps a lot. He just banishes scenario. You'll love to see it. Remember to clip that or cut that out of the video later. But that's pretty funny. He's gonna all in here then, almost certainly. That just takes away his round 3. I imagine he just all ins. I don't know what else he would do. That's a huge loss. I guess if he could get a Lippy, he could put it back. Playing Jenga. Interesting. Alright, we should go for our junior. Kind of holding off on going for the junior. There he is. We have Seeky's way down there. Yeah, we have to go for the junior. We have to do one of these. Just go here. We should be fine in round 3, considering he lost his scenario. So we don't have to keep using orders here. Reasons for the feeble of heart. Thought it was gonna be Golden Necker, but turns out it's not. It's interesting. Usually you see musicians and it's Golden Necker. So we have 2 gangs out right now. We could go Bird, go Blind Eyes. This is a good one to do because we haven't used any of our King of Beggars yet. This is going to over-profit quite a bit, so we'll just take the damage here. Puts us ahead. He's going to heat wave it. Like I said, though, he's pretty all in here. We're not really concerned. The only real concern... I guess we'd have to go... We should leader a little bird here. I think so we should do. You got Tidecoat, Blind Eye. And you'll give us either Firesworn or Salamander, that's fine. Up by 1 again, and we have 2 engines that can spend. He should pass. And we're up a card if down all of our leaders, which is fine. He has no scenario. He steals the ship. That's probably what's in his hand. I think we're in a decent spot here. There's Count Reuben Mastermind. We don't want to do too much redrawing here because we do have Seductress, King of Beggars, and Peaches. We can't draw any of these, really. Well, we could, but we don't want to draw any of those. We do want to put the Collusion back. Okay, that worked out okay. Could have been better, could have been worse. We're going to start here with the Friends, I think. We don't have enough coins to do her deploy yet. We could have opened with Spring. springs. What am I talking about? Strings. But I want to do Vendor, I think. And Vendor, a lot of the cards he makes do damage, so we want to make sure he has a unit first. We won't get much points out of her engines. Well, many points out of her engines, but I think it's more efficient this way. Could be wrong, though. Do this, then we'll have coins like this, and maybe we can play this. So he's gonna die. Not too surprising. I think we go melee here. Hysteria would be amazing, and it's a 4. Worth going for. We'll do this one because it spawns us a Firesworn. I think we do Madam here, even though we over-profit. He has a leader left, right? Okay, that's pretty convenient. How much do we care about him using this? Not much. So I think it is time for this. Grab our King of Beggars. We only have 2 gangs, but we do have pulling the strings. Our only spender is going to be... Oh, we can grab him, so we can get a spender. So this isn't our only spender. With a discount of 2, we'd need 6 coins, which means with 2 gangs, we would get 4 off of this, so I think we can spend down to 2. But if he kills our 1 discount, we get more coins. Yes, we'll do that. They're not gonna both die, so we can do him next turn. Because he's gonna have this ship, the Terror of the Seas, kill one of them, and then we win with Collusion. And that will do it. Oh, it actually costs 9. Well, we'll be fine anyway. I was thinking we were playing off the books. I was playing off the books to try out Vice. I was playing a bunch of Akarantia earlier, and we went back to do this deck. So yeah, 9. Good old Enslave. Probably just standard Enslave Assimilate, but it could always be Ivo. Could be some other deck as well. Don't want King of Beggars in our hand. Don't want to have an awkward hand, although it's pretty common with this deck. You can get a little bit of an awkward hand to start with. So we don't want to redraw here. We have too many things that could mess up, and our hand is fine. We'll just start off with the standard Madam Serenity. Since he's Enslaved, he's going to have answers to these. It's just which answers does he do first, and how many points do we get from the other ones? That's going to be the real question here. Interesting he chose that one. He's going to use his order right now. That's not too surprising. Not terribly surprising. The thing is we don't have a feeler than Little Bird. But if we go Little Bird here, it's 2 and boost her to 5. We still die to it. Yeah, we'll do this. Let's do... We have this. So we'd want to do... Crown Splitter or Cut Up. Let's do the Cut Up. I don't think he'd have 2 assassinations, but now we put her out of tourney joust range, which is pretty convenient. And then we're gonna be, if we don't spend coins, she's not gonna be generating coins anyway, so her engine won't be going. So it's good if we can use a couple here. Oh well, I mean that's one way to kill her. Probably setting up for Amnesty. Let's also go down to a 3 on the Little Bird. Interesting. I think we have to use one of these. And then, do we want to play another card here? Well, yes we do, but which card? This thins. This is a good one. Do this first. There's only +2, but I think it's worth spending here. Spread our points out a little bit, because I think she's getting amnestied. Or tourney jousted. Whichever one. Then we'll go. We could set up Candle. Could play Mutant Maker. Let's go with the Mutant Maker. We are quite a bit ahead on points, and he used Stefan and his leader, so we should be fine.
Her Grace will not be pleased.
Yeah, he's playing Devotion, so that means there's no Ivo, so it's just standard Assimilate. That is actually kind of useful. Let's drop in the Peaches.
Diamonds for little old me.
We do have 4 gangs out now if we're pulling strings.
Just a peek. That is all I need.
We have 5 gangs out. No, just 4. Just 4. So he's going Peaches. Could spend a vendor. Let's do this.
It could very well be the deal of a lifetime.
Hysteria could be good here.
Blue eyes fire.
Hysteria puts that into pulling the strings range. We're gonna put this at 4, because I don't want it to be like amnestied, but I don't think he would have kept multiples of these. And we can always play this. Like we're fine on points here. Okay, there's the Torres. So we got some good ones here because Junior does have devotion. I guarantee he picks. Well, I was gonna guarantee he picks this, but he didn't. Kind of weird. There's a Jan. Let's see. We're 10 ahead right now. We're not vulnerable to a big Vilgefortz. Play what other tempo plays. He's played Stefan. Guess he could play Arted, but he didn't put it on Junior. This might be a decent time to pass. We were up by like 14, and he has no leader to use. I think this is a good pass here. We should have a hard time catching up with this. Might get a win on even out of it. Alright, he's gonna go for the 2-card play. Ooh, that's that almost gets him there. But not quite. He's playing another one still. We got a 2-card advantage. Worth it. That is worth it. This is the best card he could have gotten though. Just, oh, and that is the other best card. He's playing that from our graveyard though, right? Yeah. Alright, we got a 2-card advantage though. We'll take that. No Stefan, no leader. We're pretty happy. Pretty happy with this. So he gave both of these. We want to play this card this round, I think. Argyre, King of Beggars. Is there anything we don't want to draw? Not really. We should redraw then. He's going to 2-0 us? I want to see this.
Your name, young man. The man should be cursed into
I feel really safe here because we can just Sigi. Like, we don't have a tall punish, but like this is going to be really big, but we have Sigi and everything. See if we can make a good fee card. Let's see. None of these are good. We shouldn't have to Sigi though, because we have the order. Now we're in a pretty good spot to throw down a candle, which is what we want to play next. This is going to be like a blacksmith or something. So there's no Stefan. Like you can't really take advantage of all this Assimilate. And these are his expensive cards because he played Jan. Alright, that's fine. So let's see here. How much do we need? We need 25. Sigi we don't have a gang for, so he's not great right here. We could play this and spend coins. We're gonna play this, I think.
We finish them, then I finish you.
And then what do we do? We could save this order. Just do some damage. Get a coin back. We'll get a coin back. Now the question is, we can do 9, you can leader. If we leader, the Sigi gets worse later. We could pull out like 2 of our cards and just have like a junior and stuff round 3 with this order. I think that's the plan. We'll do it with Sigi here. Did we need to use the leader? I think so.
Be so kind as to follow me.
We'll play this now. This won't be good in round 3 necessarily.
Better than paying taxes.
But we can carry over a bunch of coins and the order on Novigrad as well as have our candle. Like, he's played all of his expensive stuff already. He probably has an Artorias Vigo and the coup will be the scary things to play around. So anything disloyal we don't want to play. So we don't want to play this because it is disloyal. Or has spying on it, I should say. And we're not going to get a very good pulling of strings here, so we'll draw into that other guy. We always have access to bank for whatever we need. This should be pretty good overall.
You and me, we ain't done yet.
Question is, we play around another assassination. I think it's worth just dropping this. I might make him play a Vilgefortz, which will pull out our... Hopefully, it'll pull out one of our disloyal cards, which could be an issue. He's playing Anna. That's worth like 8 points here, at least. That's not bad. Not bad. We do want to play this, I think. So let's do the Novigrad order first. I've been meaning to try this out. I think let's play it here. It's reasonable value. Then you have a chance at getting us... Well, you'll give us a different category. No reason to hoard coins here. Spread all of our points out. We should be fine. He has coup and Vilgefortz. Are probably the ones we have to be concerned with. I guess we can coup anyway. So we just kill that. I mean, he doesn't have 30 points. This is going to be a pretty easy win here in a second. There's the coup. He gets a 5-point card. This doesn't really matter. He's going to get, what, a crown splitter? I guess you could do this one. And get 1 gang tag. He has no coins, though. The last card I think is Vilgefortz. Look, could be Artorias Vigo. But I'm pretty sure we're just fine here. Let's do this. Bank. Pull the strings. Just get the coins from it, and that's a GG. Stockpile. These damage-based engine decks are, well, they can be an issue for us. Definitely can be a problem. Put that back. Ugh, this hand, though. Maybe we should have kept this, even though it's so much better off of Sigi Mastermind, though. This hand's gonna be hard to play. Watch us draw King of Beggars. Okay, that's... We don't have Madame Serenity, so it's not the worst thing, but we only have 1 gold card here. That being said, other than Madame Serenity, this is our best opener. Well, there it goes. How do we deal with this? I think we just forfeit this round pretty much. We could maybe do something with Vendor. Like if Vendor... We should go for a Vendor, see if it can kill his guy in the ranged row. Get a payback or something. We do get a payback. Payday, I mean. We need to control that. We need to control his engines if we're going to push this round. Debated not doing it, but I think we do it here. Apply the pressure. I don't want to face his long round with siege and all this stuff. I think it's just too much. So you can do 5 damage on demand with a Warfare. That's a lot. That's quite a bit. Because we don't want to play this right now. We wanted to use some orders first. Let's play this. He's going to kill this one. Let's build up a couple coins. Give us some options. Then again, he might not play a Warfare. If he doesn't play a Warfare, he's only got 3 damage. So I'm pretty sure an Amphibious Assault will come out if he really wants to address the round. And he probably has a Boiling Oil. Maybe a Bombardment. Winch is always an option too. Like, there's definitely winches in here. But usually you don't want to play on this guy. Okay, Onager clears our board, so... I think we just give this round up. I don't know if we can afford to, but then again, no, we have to play Raiders. We have to play this first. Like, we're not going to win this round. We could have gone for damage on Vendor to kill this, and then maybe we have a chance, but that's a pretty high risk. And then we're using up our last, yeah, there's the Bombardment. Thing is, we just don't have a tempo play other than Leader. It might be worth going for, though. I really don't want to face him in a long round. Problem is, how do we deal with this situation? I think... No, we'll try it. The more I think about facing him in the long round, the more I just don't want to do it. We should go range if we want to do damage. There's 2 5 costs that can kill him. We really don't want to deal that long round. The more I think about passing here and going to it, the more I dislike it. So he does have the Amphibious Assault. We were right about that. Let's see what he grabs here. Guess he wants to save the second Onager. It's not a very big tempo play, the second Onager. Gonna leader us here. That's kind of interesting. We didn't need to do it. So here's the thing. We could go... Can't play it. Well, we could. We don't want to play this. We want to play Mutant's Maker.
The anatomical changes slightly exceed my expectations.
Gets us to 3 gangs. This will give us 4th, and then we can maybe see something with those. We'll see how this goes. He did Heat Wave already. So we have Firesworn, Salamander, Tidecloak. We could play Blind Ply, and we could play Crown Splitter. We don't want to play the Blind Eye, so we'll pick King of Beggars here. Pretty close here. We're going 4 for 2 at the moment with this. This does give us coins, which is nice. We've got 4 gangs. We'd like to steal the siege support if we get a chance next turn. It's gonna muzzle it. We're down to 3 gangs now. So we'll play the Blacksmith.
On that, we find ourselves in agreement.
I don't know, we'll just heal this. We got 2 coins off of this probably. Then it doesn't matter if we have 8 or 7 for Tidecloak guy. Alright. This should be able to seize this. Do that and carry over coins still. We do win the round. Alright, that's good. It really just came down to us getting a damage card off of Shady Vendor, but there are 2 5-cost crimes that do 4 damage, so it's pretty likely. 4 or more, I should say. Here's Madam. We go Candle into Madam. It's really good. We can apply some strong pressure here. I think it's worth it. Don't really want to play Collusion, but we can do a short round with Sigi. Short round Sigi's good, if we can get it. This thins our deck by 2, which is one of the big deals here.
This way. Shh, my noble knight.
Again, we don't have the coins here really, so we'll just use these to buff. We want the coins for the peaches, I mean. Just buff both of those. Let them deal with it. We could actually just play Collusion. Okay, there's Hensel. We force that. That's good. Both his Pride. We can kill that. Question is, do we kill Hensel or the Pride? I think it's the Pride. Removing that will do a good deal for us here. It should make him struggle to win this round, actually. He doesn't have any cooldowns out, so we didn't use the junior order. I think we maybe should have, but he'll have to, he's not going to lead her right now, so. Let's see. We have Cut Up, Blind Eye. We have to use this. We're going to, well, we don't have to. We could pass, right? We could pass with Collusion. But the truth is, I think just Siki with some profit cards will be enough for round 3. The problem is, do we have the profit cards? He just plays 1 card anyway. It's still pretty strong. We're up by 7. He has 1 leader. I think we're in a position where it makes sense to push.
I only use corpses, except sometimes they're quite fresh.
Wow, we're supposed to... It's supposed to be this, this, then this, but... Whatever. We should be up 1 more point, but we misordered these 2 orders. 2 fees. Okay, there's some pieces of salt. Knew that was coming. But again, he's got no engine set up. He's got like nothing. I find it hard to imagine he finds the points here. And that will do it. GG. Trust V1. Okay, whatever. Congregation. Wonder if he's playing the buff Yennefer. That could be interesting. We don't have a ton of control to remove his little guys with, which is one thing to keep in mind. His long round should be ours, I believe. This is actually a really nice hand. I don't want to mess it up by drawing like Tide Cloak or the other Peaches or the other the Seductress. So we'll just keep this for now. The only not nice thing is he's going first, but can't have everything. Actually, that is a problem. The only way to get 4 coins here is just to open Candle, which we normally don't want to do. Is opening Candle worth it? I think it is. We really need to establish round control against this deck, and that's not going to happen unless we go Serenity. Our problem is going to be we only have 1 control, right? The only way we can kill a Fallen Knight is Junior. We can only kill 1. That is the issue. So imagine this matchup's going to be pretty difficult. You just have to let him spawn his guys.
Nothing tickles my tick. Quite like a good
The only thing we want to do here is get out of Junior range if he's playing Devotion. We can accomplish that this way. Well, we want to get out of double Junior, like out of Junior killing 2 of our cards range. Getting everything out of Junior range is pretty much possible, but we want to make sure you can't Junior 1, then just feed the other one and kill it. don't have pulling the strings. Do want to do this though.
Sewers remind me of the fjords back home.
I think he might pass, otherwise he would have just gone for Peaches there. Okay, he's not gonna pass. That Fallen Knight's gonna be a pain. Then we'll go with Little Bird next. We're gonna play this. So, Cut Up and Crown Splitter. The ones we're missing, so we'll have this after. So we should grab... We have everything, I think. Just grab one of these for now. We'll go with Mutant's Maker next, I think. He's gonna have some really big point swings later with stuff like DAC Ray. So we gotta be a little careful with how far behind we fall here. Although we do have Sigi. And is Sigi worth getting ground control and even versus deck? Yes, I think it is. Problem is I don't really... If we can do it without that, we will. But it doesn't look like it's gonna happen. Does not look like that will be the case.
Visible mutation, rough skin, vertical pupils, horns.
We're still fine here though, because we have a lot of coins to spend. And there's Procession. So it's still okay. Von Hurst is doing a lot for him. Could play the Friends. Do you want to play those? Get our +6 there. Time for DSE Ray. We can go Gregory.
Yes, you. Have you made your offering?
Once his rows are full, it's pretty much DSE Ray. Alright, he's gonna do it now. He's out of the spawn space. Questions here. We have to Sigi Collusion if we want to match him at this point. Questions, can we match him? I think the answer is yes, without doing all the math real quick. It's 52. Sigi's going to be a lot, and we have 8 coins. Do this first.
One man's battlefield is another man's right patch for harvest.
Finally, you bloody took long enough.
I think we'll grab you and you. We're going to go for it. We don't want to kill anything, though.
I'm denying penance. You confirm your guilt.
Get 2 points at the end of our turn. This is worth more that way. Gets us actually ahead. Yep, the DSA Ray is just a big payoff. That is going to be worth it. Get round control and even. We did need the junior there, I think. Now we just want short rounds and to watch out for Helvide. This is pretty good. Helvide and Cyrus are the scary ones, right? Yes, Gregory's pretty scary too, but in a short round, should be fine. If we can get a double gang off of Novigrad, we could seize that this turn, so we should try for it. Tide Cloak, Firesworn Cleric, none of you will do it. Your coins are pretty high ceiling though. That will go off. And then I think we'll do you. Go for the 4. I think it's worth killing his guy. Then do we protect? Protect you. This might make him want to junior if he's playing Devotion. Gee, it looks like he is.
The tongue can conceal the truth. The eyes never.
Better than paying taxes.
Let's put this guy to 4. This looks like a really good position. Okay, he did get Cyrus off the top, though. That's a bit scary. It has some potential for him. We get a Fallen Knight back.
Have you made your
So he
offering?
can go above us. We have 1, 2, 3 gangs at the moment. So we can't seize with the pulling strings. But we could seize Cyrus. Like, we can't seize the Fallen Knight. We can seize him, though. It's going to be worth it. Get coins back at the end of this turn, so we'll use this now. This gives us the 3 coins. Another Cyrus. But I think we're far enough ahead here.
Eternal fire lights our way. He venerates not the fire.
Actually, we're not far enough ahead. He'll catch up again.
Nobody expects the Northern tradition position.
He will catch up again. Now, we could all in here. Or we could just play bank and just go for a couple points. Let's see. I think we all in. Oh, he gets 1 Fallen Knight. He's got 5 coins as well. Here's Gregory. Gregory all-inning doesn't make sense. If we don't all-in, what do we have as plays, though? Not much. The birds way on the bottom, that's annoying.
Out of the kettle, into the cauldron.
I think he's going to have enough. We really want that little bird to be at the top. I guess it's possible he doesn't have Gregory. He's not playing a very consistent deck.
Give what we demand. We'll not harm a hair on your wench's head.
Okay, it's not. It's just the DA's E-Ray from earlier. That'll work then.
Have you made your offering?
I kind of thought he would have put that back. We went to a 5-card round, but I guess he kept it. We'll take it. GG. So that's the deck, guys. It's pretty good. Like, Devotion Collusion. I love Collusion. Such a fun deck. The Devotion version, I like the non-Devotion a little better, but this one got some nice buffs, right? Bank at 9 is pretty nice. Candle going to 7 is good, however, whatever Syndicate deck you're playing. And then you have the changes to Shady Vendor gets power back. So, several changes make this deck significantly better. And that's quite nice. As far as, oh yeah, and the Coerced Blacksmith got power as well. As far as the deck, we tried out Blacksmith. It's fine, right? It plays at 5 for 5 with 2 coins. That's worth like 7 or 8 points. That's probably about where it should be. But I think I like having the 1 Salamandra Mage in here. I think I said this in the beginning that we put this 1 Salamandra Mage back. We just want to try out Blacksmith. So I think we'll do this. This is probably what we'll go with. The really important thing about having the Salamandra Mage that I don't think I talked about earlier is she's the only card in your deck that just says Salamandra. So if you're trying to use the little birds and you're missing just Salamandra, you want something you can pick with it. So that's why I like her in particular. So we're going to make this change, which I talked about earlier. First, though, we have to make sure we don't mess up the link underneath when I hit share. But overall, the deck's good. Deck's definitely good. You can have a lot of fun with it. I have a lot of fun with it. How does it compare to non-Devotion? Well, if you play non-Devotion, the Junior becomes a Heatwave, the Bank becomes Decree, or you get put in Oniromancy and cut something else. And that's pretty much it. So I think I like the Devotion. I like them both. I like both. The thing with Devotion is Junior's nice for having a gang tag on him and playing points as opposed to the Heatwave. However, you don't really have a tall punish in the deck. More Eels is a consideration. You could play more Eels in here. He got a 1 power buff as well. We're going to try him out in a different deck, so I didn't want to use all the new changes right away. So you could play him. He is 8 now, so you could play him as your tall punish. If you do that, you have to cut something. I couldn't really decide what to cut anyway if I did go for him. Probably a couple 5s, probably the blacksmiths down to 4s. Then you just need to cut one more 5. Probably wouldn't be a vendor. Oh, he's got tribute. You could swap a vendor for him and put him to 4, then do that. That's one way to do it. But those are the things I was thinking about this deck for considerations. Overall, still really fun deck. Does pretty well. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. I had a lot of fun with it, and we'll see you next time. That'll be it for this one, guys. Hope you enjoyed. We'll see you next time. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more. And you can check out some more videos over here. And thanks for watching.